तो everyone नहीं कर पा रहा पिछले जैसा क्वेश्चन पहले सेंस में रहा चैट चैट
You as a panelist would have the right. So, good morning, everyone. I think we are ready to start. We're 2 minutes already into the session, so I will not delay long. It's Saturday, and I don't want to wait. Don't want you to wait for long to get into this session of TU9 universities. Few of you probably would know me. My name is Sumit Rai. I'm the founder director at EUGateway, and I will be your host. Also, will be joined by a professor from Right. So I was saying that I will also be joined by the professor from Germany, from Technical University, who would also take us through to some particular information on a program, which might be very interesting for you since it will be offered in English language, and you still have a possibility to apply. And as they are moving very swiftly to attract international students, and this is a top technical university, in fact, a TU9 from Germany, where the guest is joining from. So I hope I am audible to everyone. You can just give me a thumbs up or put up a yes, no. And I'm visible to everyone. Just give me a technical check here so that I can continue with the session. My voice is loud and clear. This is also, I would like to understand You can hear me all well. Excellent. I see that, yes, you can all hear me and see me well. So let me share my screen with you guys, and I will then tell you what we have planned for the next 60 minutes for you and how we will take this session ahead. Okay. Do you see my screen, everyone? Okay, excellent. So what we will be covering today is information on TU9 universities, basically what they are and why they have gained so much of importance in these past, let's say, five to 7 odd years since I've been working for German universities. We'll talk about the eligibility process. A lot of eligibility criteria has changed as we have experienced this year with regards to applications to many universities. So we'll cover that, what extra you need to keep in mind before you apply to these TU9 universities, technical universities. And we will also be then joined by Professor Kati Anhart from Technical University of Dresden, where we will have a lot of question and answers with her. You can also keep your Q&A questions ready. You can also maybe already put your questions in the Q&A section. And I, along with Professor Anhart, would be able to answer all your questions, possibly as much as we can. We will also touch the current status on APS. You already know what APS is and how it has been a struggle this year, but you will get to know latest updates. And I'm flexible in case you don't want to hear on APS, we can skip that as well. We will also be talking about the scholarship opportunities in Germany and what all scholarships you can apply, even after a part of a public university in Germany, and what it will cover. So stick to the very end. Some exciting bonuses are planned for this session today, and you can as well take an advantage of these bonuses if you stick around till the very end, and if you believe what we present is really the information you are looking forward to. A little bit about myself. I am 16 years into this industry. Did my MBA from Germany, class of 2006. And then has worked for a famous German university called Frankfurt School of Finance and Management for 10 years before starting EUGateway in late 2016. And since then, been 7 years, been working diligently to promote various European markets, the opportunities which exist for students and professionals in these European markets, and how we have developed our processes in order to guide you well, in order to counsel you well, so that you can come across to your right program and right university to enable your career. Yeah, so this is my career on the academic side, around 16 years. Plus, I also have an experience into startups. I did a couple of startups on my own. Into food and beverage sector, and I continue to do that in the present time as well. Keen interest of how to set a startup and how to make it successful. So if you have any interest, any liking towards the startup side, do feel free to reach out. Most important takeaways for you from today's session is getting an updated information on the application process with respect to technical universities, TU9 in Germany, and also an added information on the APS block account part-time jobs. We will also be able to do a small profile evaluation for all of you, those who probably finding themselves a bit stuck and wanted to have a clarity on whether they qualify to move ahead or not. You can post your questions there as well, would be able to answer. And then the biggest of them, that you get a chance to speak to a professor from TU9 universities, which generally does not happen often, is your chance to interact with them and get your answers and a possible hope of moving forward with these technical universities in Germany. Some of those problems which we have listed here, possibly you might be facing, or might have heard through it, or might have found yourself stuck with respect to these points. Goal clarity, too many options to choose from, not wanting to spend a lot of money, confused on where to study abroad, and possibly your university applications and visa process. I think somebody who is starting for an admission abroad journey, or who is looking forward to go outside India for higher studies, generally will come across to these questions. Where should I go? Why should I go? What is it in for me there after studies? How do I see myself growing? What will be my career look like? Which university to choose from in a particular country, which is best, which is worst, where should I end up? Which university can I get an admission to? What are the procedures to get an admission to that universities? What are the formalities I need to undertake? What are the financials I need to look around? What are then the living conditions, the part-time opportunities, the internships, the jobs, the alumni profile? All of these, I think, would have popped into your mind when you have planned for your studies, or are planning for your studies abroad. You will come across this. I came across these information or these thoughts way back in 2004. And at that time, the universities and internet was not that great where I could find all the information which I'm looking. These days, you have so many platforms where you can find this information. But the problem is how to corroborate that information, whether the information given by that particular person is right or wrong, or what to believe or what not to believe. And that is where I think the biggest challenge and confusion arises. A small, quick 2-minute exercise in case you are not yet connected with us. I will ask my colleague Dhananjay to put up the links here for our various social media channels. It would be good that if you can subscribe to those channels and stay connected, because we keep on sharing a lot of updated information via these channels. You would be happily surprised. There are certain information which we share, which probably is not available anywhere, and probably have hit us fast. So makes sense that if you join us on these social media platform and stay updated. I will take a quick 2 minutes pause before you can click all these links and subscribe to these channels. Once you have done it, just put D5, because out of these 6, I want you to subscribe to minimum 5. If you can do 6, it would be perfect. But try to do at least 5. Follow us at least on the 5 platform on the other social media. Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you, Yaswant. Thank you, Ankita, Prince. Come on, guys, more people. There are a lot many in the system. Rudra, thank you. Thank you, Pawan. Last 30 seconds, then we'll move ahead. Thank you, Ayush. Thanks, Nilesh. Priya, thank you. Okay. So let's continue. Thank you so much, everyone who have subscribed to these channels. Who haven't done it, maybe you can do it in a few minutes from now. So coming to the main session, main topic of TU9 universities. They are a group of technical universities highly focused on research and practical aspects of science and technology. And they have sort of earned a famous name, like we have in India, like IITs. They are those TU9 group of universities in Germany, which are strongly focused on technology and science. And you can actually study anything with respect to emerging science and technologies, and that's why they are known as TU9. Let's see what we have in another slide. Okay, there are 9. I think we have not covered the name, but I can give you some of these names if I remember it right. It's Technical University of Munich, Technical University of Dresden. Then you have RWTH Aachen. Then you have TU Braunschweig, TU Dortmund. And then you have TU Darmstadt. Then you have Karlsruhe Institute of Technology. Then you have University of Stuttgart. I think these are the top technical universities, part of TU9, where if you want to get an admit, then these are the choices, these are the topics which you need to consider before you move forward with your decision. So I think regardless if you want to go to TU9 or to any other universities in Germany or elsewhere, I think these are the main topic which you should have in mind or should be prepared with. Choice, of course, what kind of program you want to study, with which what kind of career you will get. This is important to map down. With the study, what kind of career you are looking forward to, right? What kind of budget you have in mind to spend in total, from your savings, from your education loan, or otherwise. Now, this public and private university concept exists especially in the case of Germany and Italy. And the name of public and private universities is available globally, but what does it mean and what is the difference? Why Germany and Italy versus public and private universities in any other country? The answer is very simple. The public universities in Germany and Italy offer zero tuition fees programs even to international students. So you actually pay nothing to study at these universities in Germany, and they are the University of Repute, University of Excellence. That's why we have started to draw a lot of comparison between a public and a private universities. But if you, for example, talk about universities in US, Canada, Australia, regardless they are public or a private, you still pay a lot of tuition fees. And that is where there's a huge interest which has developed over the past decade and a debate regarding entering into a public university in Germany, no matter what, because first, there is a zero tuition cost, and secondly, they are great universities, and I will have a better career if I end up at these public universities in Germany or maybe in Italy. Yeah, because this comparison does not stand good to any other country you would like to study. And I will give you certain pointers in this session as well, on public versus private universities. What are the advantages and disadvantages which are currently going on, and what you should be aware of. Another point which you should consider is your grade, your percentage, because your admission to public universities or to private universities in Germany would largely depend on your grade and percentage you obtained in your previous degrees. Career orientation, goal setting simply means when you decide to study, when you decide to go abroad and you choose a program to study, you should be very clear with that program, or after passing out of that program, how would my career would look like, what kind of a job I will get, which kind of a company I'm going to work for, and what will be my progression in the career once I have completed this master's or bachelor's program. This, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you need to write down before you plan your studies. This is a very important aspect. Otherwise, once you finish your study, you start struggling that मेरे को job नहीं मिल रहा है, internships नहीं है, I'm applying to everywhere, but I'm not getting a positive response. The reason is precisely this, that you don't know yourself where you want to work, what role you want to do, and how this would benefit the company. So this is a clear goal clarity session which you should have. Your orientation has to be very, very clear on this. German language significance. More and more universities in Germany have started to ask German language certificates. This was not the case 2-3 years back, but we have experienced this phenomena from this year itself regarding the A1 or A2 certificate, German language certificate from Goethe, to be applied right at the time of application. To keep this in mind, especially in the case of technical universities, TU9 and a lot of other German universities, they are asking this certificate now. So what it takes, I call it a winning profile. Winning profile simply means that this is the minimum you need to have in your profile to have a better chance of getting an admit from technical universities, TU9s in Germany. The requirement has considerably been upgraded since this year, because last year Germany has received more than 25,000 Indian students. Yes, the numbers are increasing day by day. Everybody wants to come to Germany. So the German government and the German universities have started to put more checks and balances so that they can only attract good quality students. Whether you qualify you qualify as a good quality student or not, this is where your profile would talk. This is where your profile should be if you want to be considered as a quality student applying to German technical universities. Academic GPA of minimum 2 and above. So different German scale out of 4, 2 and lower than 2 would be considered best. Some public universities still accept minimum 2.5 on German grading scale, which is equivalent to 70% in India. So now when I say academic GPA of 2.0 and lower, then we are looking at a minimum 75% or more in Indian grading system. This is the first and the foremost requirement which you should fulfill for the technical universities, academic GPA, followed by a stringent English language requirement at these TU9s. Now they are asking 7.0 in IELTS. So especially that Technical University of Munich and RWTH Aachen and some other TU9 universities have already started to ask an IELTS band of 7 with no band less than 6.5, and accordingly the TOEFL. So the requirements have been increased. GRE for TU Munich, for example, now would not accept any student without a GRE, GMAT or GATE. In certain cases, they have also started to ask GATE, which was, so this was a recent example with one of our applicant who has GRE, and he was right there to apply for TU Munich program. But at the last minute, when you go deeper into the application, you realize that the university is asking for a GATE certificate. So for certain programs, they are introducing such requirement that you will find yourself stuck. Another example I could quote for you is from Technical Hochschule Ingolstadt. You know, Ingolstadt University, this technical THI is very famous for your automotive engineering and mechanical engineering related program. They have even a stringent requirement on academic GPA. Moreover, they also have now a requirement of minimum 6 months to 1 year of work experience post your bachelor's degree, which they would then consider as more as equivalent to 30 credit points, which are required to make a successful application at Technical TH Ingolstadt. Very famous university, but keep this in mind, which a lot of people are missing. And we were also checking very closely that apart from your 4 years of degree, which we still consider that it's 210 credits, they consider it even lower. And then they ask a minimum 1 year of work experience post your studies to be considered as equivalent to 30 ECTS credits in order to make a successful application for you. So every university, my point of informing these topic is to make you aware that every university at TU9 level are introducing some different measures to evaluate your application. So it's getting difficult and difficult. Also, you know that technical universities in Germany or TU9 or public universities also follow a system of NC and NC Prime, which is basically availability of seats for international students. And this is where also a lot of applications gets rejected because they can't offer beyond 3 or 4 seats to one particular nationality. So also keep this in mind, whether when you select a program, go through the details and see whether this program is NC or NC Fry. Basically, NC Fry means that they can accept more number of students from different nationalities. But if it's NC program, there are only 2, 3, 4 seats would be offered to a particular nationality. And for those 2, 3, 4 seats, they receive more than 200-300 applications from that particular country. And that's where we Indians sometimes keeps on getting rejections. It's not because of the profile overall, but it's just they don't have seats to offer. For management program, keep a GMAT of 650 plus as a target. I've already spoken about the German language. Now you should have minimum A2 certificate in German language if you want to apply to these TU9 universities. Academic consistency again is a topic which you should address very wisely, because German universities make sure what you have studied in bachelor's is followed up through by master's degree. Or in order to study a master's degree, you have a prerequisite bachelor's credits in those particular subjects, which will allow you to study that master. Lot of crisscrossing of academic consistency is not entertained by public universities, by technical universities in Germany. So you keep this in mind that if you want to change your profile from mechanical engineering to a data science or to an engineering management or a pure management, public universities would ask you certain credits in your bachelor's degree before they qualify you for that particular master's. In more or less cases, it does not happen. You cannot cross over. Private universities sometimes offer you this flexibility, but public universities are very, very stringent on these measures. Also, your profile should have is a project and research work. Paper publications, if you have done any as a part of your thesis, would be excellent and would upgrade your profile. Followed by internships. The more you have, even if it's a small period of internship, but the more you have, the better it is. Very important that you check all these parameters which I have written in this slide. You can take a screenshot also of this slide if you want. Very important. That's how we are evaluating the applications of our students who are coming for our counseling process. This is the parameter you need to follow, you need to have if you want to apply to TU9 universities in Germany. Keep in mind that requirement of 1 year of work experience also has been kicked in by certain universities, including this RWTH Aachen and some others. So now I would like to invite quickly my guest, Professor Kati Enhart, who is joining us live from Technical University of Dresden. And she is here to talk about a very, very interesting program on air transport and logistics. It's an excellent program for somebody who want to make a career in aviation industry, be it into airport management, aircraft maintenance, and in logistics, in transportation, anything which is relevant to airport and aircraft maintenance and management and mobility is what this program, air transport and logistics, offer. And let me now invite quickly Professor Anhart, to present this program to you and then answer your questions with regards to your eligibility, your topics, and your other criteria. Okay.
Good morning. Oh, no, in your case, it's not good morning. Hey.
Yeah, it's still a morning. It's still a morning, right at 12. That's what we hit.
Yeah.
But excellent. Good morning.
Okay.
Good to see you. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, nice to. Thank you for inviting me once again here. I do have some slides. Could I share my screen to show the slides?
Yes, please do so.
I have to check sometime. So this is it. So can you see the slides?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So yeah, I just want to give you a brief overview about our air transport and logistics master program. We're going to start this first time in this winter semester as English program. Before we had some experience in doing this in German since 5 years, and parallel doing the diploma program, which is very close to the content of this master program since ages. So yeah, we are very experienced in studying air transport and logistics in Dresden. And yeah, now I just want to introduce our new master program, or new because it is offered in English right now. Maybe we start first and why it is important to study air transport and logistics, or especially air transport topics. Yeah, as you may know, there is a continuous expansion and a continuous growth of air traffic all over the world. Even the corona crisis could not stop this increasement, and so there is always a need for dealing with those continuous growing, especially dealing with safe air transport, with efficient air transport, with environmentally friendly air transport, and so on. And therefore we need staff that is highly qualified and is able to deal with the problems that are going on with increasing traffic and the requirements that is given us by the environment, so the people that are dealing with. And we offer this kind of qualifying or this kind of education, and we offer this as a very special program because we have a look. If we were engineers, but we look on the operational view. So we look what is going on with the prepared aircraft. We get it prepared by the mechanical engineer. So we have the entire aircraft and we put it into environment, and we want to see what is going on. So what is going on airports? I'm sorry, what is going on in the air, what has to be considered to be safe and environmentally friendly and so on. And there we have a very operational view, a very planning view, and we include it in our logistical processes so that we have an entire overview what is going on in the traffic itself, especially for the air traffic. Yeah, our faculty is a transport faculty, so we are in a very close connection to other stakeholders like cars and ships and trains. And so we could connect our air traffic systems very well in the entire transport system. So this is just the frame, and then we offer our study program, which contains a lot of operation research and logistical background to get the entire overview, and of course to get an overview what is going on with the aircraft. So we'll have a deeper look in how or why our aircraft are flying, and then we have a deeper look on all the stakeholders involved in an entire air transport system, so like air traffic control, like the airport itself, like airlines, and we have a deeper look how it is working. So looking on communication, navigation, and surveillance processes. We have a deeper look in 3 elective models that are considering terminal operations, safety operations, that are considering airline management processes, and so on. And of course, if you're more interested in those logistical parts and more interested in operational research parts, we have a wide offer of those elective modules too. And of course, also I jump one slide back, we have, after 3 semesters of lectures and exercises and so on, we have a master's thesis, and this master's thesis could be done as very theoretical, just with our chairs, or could be done with an practical partner. And so both is possible, and especially when you go to a practical partner, it is very easy to jump into a job after you did the master thesis. The last defenses we had during the last months, we had no chance to get new colleagues at our chair because all the students were already had signed their contracts to new to their new partners. Maybe some specials that we offer here in Dresden, or additional specials that we offer at our chair. Our lectures are very close connected to our research areas. So the lectures itself have their content and they have their module descriptions, but we always are able to connect the content to the current study. So it's very up to date and it's very future orientated. So we have a very deep look into all the things that are dealing with airport operation, space management, so how to get more aircraft in the air without losing safe and without having too much input to our environment. Safety is always a big issue. Then trajectory management, and the new topic, or which is very new in Europe, I know maybe you're always already a little bit further with this, is urban air mobility. And with this content, we are developing a very big lab that is very close. It's going to be constructed close to Dresden, where we have a huge facility to test those air taxis or small drones and to get them certified. Then we offer at our chair or at our university buildings our A320 flight simulator and an apron simulator, so that we are able to connect some simulation stuff with the lecture content and so on, so that you get more practical use with the theoretical content we have on the lecture. And additionally, we already invite practical partners that were alumni or that were just connected to us with research programs, so that we have the possibility to get you more to the practical side of you, and that you learn some people that could be important for your future when you want to work after the master program. And then additionally, we have we offer a lot of excursions, and one of the excursions that is mostly liked by the students is 1 week we go to the area of Frankfurt Airport, which is a huge airport in Germany, and offers a lot of stakeholders to visit and to get to get in touch with them, to get to know what they are doing there. And yeah, this is always a big step to prepare you for the master's thesis, because there you meet people. If you want to do a joint master's thesis, then you can go there. So this is some special offer we have here, and maybe some requirement issues. I don't know if Sumit already talked about this. We have some new requirements published, but to be honest, we are not that strict with them this year, because they are maybe too detailed for a lot of guys of you, and we don't want to exclude you because you may have not too many experience in mathematics or so on. So the best is you have an engineering background, then it's very easy to get access to our master program. It's not really important which engineering part it is. For example, civil and traffic engineering or industrial engineering is good, but the entire engineering part would be very fine. If you have a bachelor background in natural science, like physics or mathematics, this is good too. Maybe you need some additional courses. We will offer a bridge course that gives you some of the engineering background, but this allows you to enter our master program. And if you have just the economic background, like our transport economics have, then this could be possible too. We just check your curriculum and check your additional background. If you have some experience, practical experience or some flying experience, then it would be good too. And if we may think, oh, it's not the best idea, but you could you could speak for yourself. We are going to invite you to an interview, and then you can explain us why you want to study and why you're good to study air transport and logistics. And then afterwards we decide, okay, is it possible for you or not? Since we started the program as English master, you need a B2 level. But this is to be honest, we are not that strict with this. If you have a B2 level that is we say not valid anymore, we don't care about this. So we decide when we talk to you, we hear if you are able to speak the English we need. So we are not, the English is not our mother tongue, so we are not perfect too, but you should be able to understand the content of our lecture, and we will hear this during an interview process. So don't bother if you don't have the right certificate now. This won't be a problem. And then there are some special requirements regarding how many time you spend with mathematics, mechanics, also on. This is very detailed in our formulas, but don't bother if you can't fill this with the numbers you think that are necessary. This is not that strict. So just have a look. If you do some mathematics, just write down, okay, I did. And then we have a deeper look in your curriculum and check, okay, what questions we may ask you during an interview process. I guess this is maybe very important, especially the application deadline, because you're a non-European citizen, and then you have to be sure that you apply until May 31st this year for the master starting this winter semester. And this is always the same date, but for the next year then, if you go later. Okay, then if you sign or reach in your application, we will have a very short look, or we're very detailed in looking on what you apply or with which forms you apply, and then we go further as fast as we can. So we have a lot of applications right now, and we are in the process to inform how it goes further for you. So maybe some hints what you should bring. Yeah, you should be interested in engineering stuff. You should be interested in natural science and mathematics and so on. You should be interested in teamwork, and you should be interested in working independent, because you get some tasks that you should work on your own or in your team, and you should be able to do this. And this is one part of your future job if you're doing those kind of master programs. And what do you learn? You learn a lot of stuff here regarding aviation and logistics and operational research. You are able to design air transport systems. You are able to plan those systems. You have a deep knowledge in what is going on in traffic system in general. you're very close to the entire transport system, so that is very well connected. Yeah, you will learn with scientific methods because it's a university, so we are very strict with scientific methods, and this is will help you if you when you finish the master program. And of course, we will get some practical experience. And here you see some partners or some employers of our graduates. They are spread it all over the world. This is a focus mainly on Europe, but yeah, we have airports all over the world. We have air navigation service providers, so like air traffic controls that are taking care for our students after they finish. Airlines are typical employers, authorities, international, national, and regional ones. Research facilities, and of course some smaller consulting companies and planning offices related to aviation. So these are the typical employers. And as I told you some minutes before, our students never search long for a job. Mostly they always have a job when they defend their master's thesis. So I guess some may interested backgrounds regarding our faculty, because it's a transport faculty with 7 institutes that are dealing with the entire transport system. So it's not only air traffic here, we have the train system, we have the street system, and so on. So I don't want to go into detail, but there are a lot of professors, and if you do choose to come here, you have the possibility to elect some of those additional professors to give you some more information related to transport systems. So this is a good idea. And of course, Dresden offers a lot of opportunities to do after you leaving in the evenings the study program. So of course you have you can go partying, you have a good infrastructure of living here, you have good mobility systems, transport system, and to go out of the city is very easy. Just jump into a train, drive 20 minutes, and in your very nice nature structure, you can go hiking, and you can go river rafting, or something you like to do in your free time, just to enjoy and relax and be prepared for the next lecture, and so on. So I guess, there's some more information regarding our facilities. Of course, we have a very modern infrastructure to get you the knowledge you need. We have a good infrastructure to get you some food during the lecture time. So we have a good Mensa system, and so on. And all the buildings that are relevant for you are very close to each other, so you don't have to bother that there are long ways in between the lectures, and so on. So I know I talked a lot and I talked very fast. So if you have further questions, then please let me know.
Thank you so much, Professor Enhart, to take us through to this details of the interesting program in air transport and logistics. And I think personally, I have seen a lot of interest in this program, which has been built up this year. A lot of students are applying, and I think Dresden as a city offers a very rich culture and tradition, as this picture rightly depicts. Apart from that, the TU Dresden is one of the TU9 and the Institute of Eminence, or important excellence, I think in German terminology, we call it Institute of Excellence. That means they have a lot of access to government funds for cutting edge research work. And that's why they can attract a lot of very qualified international people, also the international professors who are contributing to the development of the international department or international projects at TU Dresden. So for all of you students, very important criteria to know if you're looking forward to build a career in logistics, transportation, and aviation side. TU Dresden could be a very strong opportunity for you, available at almost a zero cost. You just need to take care of your living expenses, and then you are right there with a lot of future opportunities, access to those future opportunities, not only in Germany. Even if you sometime plan to come back to India, you would have this huge booming aviation sector, which we have in India with new airports coming everywhere. You can imagine that you would be considered a great asset to work around. Also, keep this in mind. A program like this is not been offered in India. Not even a single university have moved in this direction to develop a faculty of transportation and air logistics and things like this. So there's a huge possibility for you to look at it and then deep dive into the career of air transportation and logistics.
Which is very curious because you are one of the most growing air transport sector in the world. So this is very curious that you don't offer this in India.
Yeah, no, so we first build it and then we decide, okay, how to bring it to justice. So we build everything. Now we are figuring out how to improve it. And I think one university has been set up, but it's basically on rail transport, National Rail Transport University. Not much there either available in terms of, we talk about overall mobility and street planning and economics of transportation, and nothing of that sort still exists in India, not even at IITs. They have some professors doing a bit of a research there, but not been offered as a full-fledged program like it's been offered at TU Dresden. So I think very interesting. Thank you so much. There are a few questions, Professor Nand, which has been put. Maybe you would like to answer.
Yeah, so, I have to check always. Are they written? Yeah,
in Q&A. So the first question from Sanjay is, what is the minimum GPA requirement to apply for this master's program?
GPA is a mark or?
Minimum grades you need.
There is no requirement. So you just need a bachelor degree and that's it.
Oh, excellent. And Ankita is asking, I am from non-engineering background, a commerce graduate. Am I eligible for this program?
I can't say this fixed because I have to have a deeper look in the curriculum, but it is possible to apply for. And if she wants or he wants, I can have a deeper look. Just send me the information via email, and then I can say it's good or not.
So Ankita, you can share your transcript or degree with Professor Anhat, and she will have a closer look whether you could qualify. Generally, should be okay, but she need to have a deeper look. Okay, then Nilesh is asking, how many years of work experience is required to join this program? Since I'm currently in my last year, I don't have any work experience.
Yeah, there is no work experience required, but if you don't have the engineering background, work experience could buffer some missing knowledge. So then we may decide to don't send you to a bridge program because we say, okay, you have the work experience then.
Right. Another question from Ganesh is, I have completed my bachelor's in computer engineering with 2.4 GPA. Am I eligible for this program?
It's very close to the question before. So computer engineering sounds very good. To be honest, because of the engineering background, maybe we advise you to go to a bridge course, but I guess it is applicable without having a deeper look onto the study program. The GPA does not matter.
Okay. Can you reflect more on this bridge program, Professor Anhat?
This is currently in the developing process, so I don't have the detailed information, but there are some very important engineering basics we need for our master program. So like we offer, we have some mathematics, so analytics, differential equations and so on. Then we have some static mechanical and moving mechanical background. So I just missed the English word, I'm sorry. So you have to understand why systems are moving and how forces are developing during the moving process. And if you don't have this background because you studied something else in your bachelor degree, you will get some basics of those knowledge and some advice of reading. And this is an OPAL course, so an online course, which would take place during September. And you just get the knowledge and made some questions to check and the advice to what to read to be prepared for the program starts in October. So this is just a support of us for those who we will say, okay, we guess you're okay, you will manage this, but maybe you need some additional help, and don't get, it's too late to get this help when the program started, because then you have to do a lot of stuff. So we prepare you a little bit in front of the, before the master program starts.
Okay.
But it's completely online, made supported by a student help, but it's completely online.
Okay, nice. Now, Priya is asking, what are the scholarship options available for international students at TU Dresden?
There, I'm not really sure about.
So, Priya,
I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So, Priya, to answer your question, I think your tuition cost is zero. So that is already like a scholarship for international student if you get an admit to this program. Moreover, you can probably apply to Deutschland Stipendium and certain other scholarships available and offered by the donor bodies in Germany with respect to those certain specific programs and area of interest. So if this particular program qualifies, then you can apply for a parallel scholarship, which is possibly not within the purview of TU Dresden, but it's been offered by different donor organizations. You can apply for those scholarships directly, and we assist our students to apply to those scholarships.
But it's possible to work next to the study program. So a lot of
Right.
students from us work at the airport, though they have the background knowledge from the aviation part. They get some more information and they get some money because they work there.
Right. So part-time possibilities are there.
Yeah.
So another question from Prince is, what will be the average pay scale after completing this master's?
Yes. In Germany, depending if you're going to industry or if you're going to like a university, so like a public facility, then it's between 50 and 60,000 euros per year.
Between 50 to 60,000 euros, friends. It's a very handsome amount to start with, with masters.
So you get a little more when you go to the industry.
Right, for sure. So Yashwant is asking, he has done his bachelor's in electronics and communication engineering. Can he apply? Yeah, you heard it yesterday. You can apply for this program without any problem.
Yeah, this is a very good background, to be honest, because of there are a lot of electronic questions we have, and regarding the navigation, surveillance, and communication part. So that's very good.
Right. Excellent. Any more questions, guys? Do you have any more questions? I think most of them have been answered here. You want to know more or want to understand more? Professor Nath is here to answer it for you.
The program, or the applying program, is new for us because there's a new step in between where we decide if you fulfill the content related requirements, and we will check this very soon. So we are already in the process, and afterwards you will get a letter from us if you fulfill the content related requirements, but it is not the yes to the study program. This is checked additionally by guys from Uni Assist or so on, and they check if the formal requirements, like what is the bachelor degree itself or so on, is this suitable, and then if they say yes, and normally there is no gap in between the decision from us and them, then you are you get a yes to the study program.
Professor Anhat, since the program has been opened already for applications, can you just give certain reflections with regards to the interest this program is gaining, is getting from Indian subcontinent? You're receiving a good number of applications, good students number.
Yes, I guess it's I guess I have already around 20. I have to check the number because I always get some mails, but it should be around the number of 20. It's not only from India, that it's these are the applications from all over the world, and excluding those one with European background because they're coming in later.
Great.
But just the international applications are around this number, and it is very high for this time in the year. So this is very good for us. And we will see what happened. The last years we have our classes were around 20, 25 students, which is quite good for us because for you, especially because yeah, the smaller classes help you to get in contact with us or each other in a better way. But we will be able to deal with a larger number of students because we had this in the past, and it is possible then we may split courses for some exercises and so on, that you have the same opportunities like smaller classrooms.
Excellent. So this program then is not that come with that clause of limited seats, NC.
No,
okay, excellent.
No.
Excellent. So open, yeah.
Yeah. We may have to do this in the future, but currently we are not have to do this. So
I think excellent. This is good news for all those students who are very serious about their career in Germany and more so want to explore this very interesting topic in air transport and logistics. All the engineers who are there, who are out there, can pick this choice of study and can make a really good career out of it, even not only on the technical side, but at the management side also, because this program also offers you this choice of airport management and aircraft management and related topics. So probably,
but we will look on the engineering view. So it is engineering related, not
management.
Management related, but of course you get an overview, and some of our alumni are working in some management levels for airlines or airports and so on. Correct. So it is possible to jump into the sector.
Correct. Excellent. So I think from my side, this is it, Professor Anhat. Students, more questions? If you have any, please ask. Otherwise, we will have an opportunity later than now in some weeks again to have Professor Anhat to speak to you. But at the moment, this is an opportunity. If you have more, kindly ask. If not, then I would let Professor Anhat go because it's an early Saturday morning in Germany, and I know
today that does not matter because we have an open university day, and I have to do a lot of presentations just starting in an hour or so.
Okay. So we pulled you in at the right time. So thank you so much, Professor Anhat, for your time.
You're welcome.
And we thoroughly enjoyed this session. I think the students were happy to receive more information. Yeah. And I'm sure they're looking forward to apply. Yeah.
You're very welcome, and thank you very much for inviting me and giving me the possibility to present our study program.
Yes. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you soon again. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Rest of the students could stay because we will continue with our next section of the presentation after our guest session. So this has been introduced to all of you. We have heard it, what this program is all about. There are good interest of Indian students where they have started receiving the applications. There is a good possibility for you to apply with pure engineering degree. Don't worry on the GPA. Professor Anhat simply says, Professor Anhat is the one who is checking your applications, checking your documents, and we are in a very close contact with this transportation faculty, with Professor Anhat. And I'm sure with the support of our counselors and our team, we would be able to make your application successful at this TU Dresden. So do not think twice. Take a chance. Public university, free education might offer you a great career choice going forward. Okay, so that was Professor Anhat. We spoke about, this was the career we spoke about. Now, a simple process which we talk about. What you should do is figuring out the entire steps of education abroad is to start with choosing an university, checking the admission requirement, getting your finance in order with that particular program, apply, then you take your health insurance, visa, accommodation, and just a slide for you to keep a check on as a step-by-step process. how you should begin and what it would lead to. The standard documentation requirement varies from university to university, but you can take a screenshot of this slide so that you at least could cover that 90% of the standard requirement of the documentation which all these universities has. Okay, some more information to study in Germany. Let's see, we talk about a block account. You all know 11,208 euros is what is needed to apply for your visa. This amount is towards your 1 year of living expenses, which you need to carry upfront before you can before you can get your visa. APS process, like I said, most of you are already aware who's looking to apply to German universities. The latest update on the APS is that they have started to issue a digital certificate, and the time to issue APS has been reduced from earlier 4 or 5 months to max 2 months. So you can rest assured that they are working and they are issuing the certificates. Digital certificate is what you get. For most important for you is to make sure that the name and the email ID of the professor, which has been asked as a part of the APS form, you get that email ID right, you get that name right, and at the same time you also inform your professor that they will get an email, that they will get a request from the APS to verify the document, to verify the certificate. The sooner this happens, the faster are your chance to get your APS, and then the longer this takes, if you give a wrong email ID or if you give fake professor names and IDs in the APS form, it will take 3-4 months because they will not take it on priority, and then only they will call you and ask for a fresh professor email ID or contact person at your university to get this verified. So this verification is actually happening. The calls to the professors are actually made, and you make sure that you put the name of your professor and email ID rightly in your application form for the APS. These are standard APS document list which you need to follow. Some of the scholarships, as we talked about, who generally gets the scholarship, I think is what has been written here. Eligibility for the scholarship awarded to students who wants to complete a full-time course of study with mandatory attendance in Germany. The applicant should also have completed their bachelor's degree not more than last 6 years. So we're talking about a gap of around 6 years from bachelor's to master's. Depending on your course of, whether it's an English or German language course, the further eligibility is set. And lastly is excellent grades or a peer-reviewed research work is what will bring you closer to your scholarship dream at the public universities in Germany. Types of scholarship, I think these are, so all the scholarships could be categorized under these main headings: merit-based, need-based, university-specific, country-specific, government-funded, private-funded. So when you search, or when you research for a scholarship, you try to base your research on under these 6 headlines. And I'm sure when you do your research under these 6 headlines, in one or the other, you would find a scholarship where you would be eligible to apply. If you don't want to do this on your own, you take assistance and you can reach out to us and we help you figure out these scholarships. What does it cover? Generally everything: your stipend, health insurance, research funding, family benefits, language course, travel cost. Some of these successful admits where we have got our students admitted over the past couple of years and where they are currently studying, and few of them have already passed out. Just for you to see, all across those top universities from Germany, Netherlands, France, Italy, then we have US, Canada, everything is covered as a part of our application process to these universities. So now it's time for a bonus for all those who have stayed till the end. I think we are coming closer to the end, but let me announce this bonus for you. So this is what you will get now, since you have stayed long: a free master's program guide where you will have a list of close to close to 200 English taught master's program at TU9 universities in Germany. And that's the bonus number one, which you will get right now. I will ask my colleague Dhananjay to share this file in the group. Second is a 30 minutes free profile consultation call. So for all those who want to get on a one-on-one consultation with us, a link will be shared right now here. Book your call with our expert counselors. Book your call with me, with our expert counselors, and get your profile evaluated, where you stand, what chances you have to get an admit to these programs. And lastly, a free profile cheat sheet. I talked about a lot on the profile side. This is another cheat sheet which we will share as a part of the bonus with you right now. Call booking links has been shared. You can use any of these links to book your 30 minutes call with our counselors. The cheat sheets and the free master's guide would be shared here shortly as well within the group. Okay, so this is the bonus thing for all of you who stayed. Then it's time to discuss a bit on our packages, what we do in terms of counseling. If you want to go for the technical universities of 9 package program, where we assist you to apply to these universities after taking care of your entire profiling and due diligence, this is the price which it will come at. If you want to go to a normal public university in Germany and to study course of your interest where the requirements are not that stringent, then you can choose a master's program package. Or if you want to come to a private university in Germany where you know it very clearly that you do not qualify to apply to TU9 or to apply to a master's program, public universities master program, because one of the other element which I have mentioned in the winning profile is missing in your profile. But this could largely be covered from a private university. So we have that option for you as well. You can sign up for our Admission Express package, just costs 18,000 plus 18%, in which you will also get a free IELTS training of 5 weeks. And the admission turnaround time is maximum 2 weeks from the time of application to the universities. Now, since we talk about Admission Express, I touched about this private university. I want to give you a differentiation between a public university and a private university, and where currently the scheme of things stands. Although everybody wants to come to public university and study for free, but not everybody is able to get an admit. That's the point number one, which you need to keep in mind. So your profile probably would miss something which will not allow you to come to that public university. That's point number one. Secondly, point number two, which you should keep in mind, even though you get an admit to a public university and then study for 2 years, that's the program duration, but not everybody is able to complete the program within this 2-year defined duration at the public university. The reasons for not able to complete the program within 2 years are many, including struggling to collect funds for your second year of living expenses, starting doing part-time jobs, or the program is so rigorous that you are not able to understand anything, and that's why you are taking a long time to finish it. Also, the topic of master thesis, internships and all are very strongly being put and rigorously checked at these public universities. My recent statistics talks about that the dropout rate at a public university at the moment is 50%. So out of the people who are applying, 50% of the students, including Indians, are dropping out from public university because their time to the market to start earning money is really increasing from 2 years to 3 years and even 4 years at times. And that's not what you have signed up for. You said, oh, it's free education. I just have to arrange funds for 1 year, which is 11,208 euros, and I will be there, because second year I will work part-time and make my money. But when you work part-time and make your money, you neglect your studies, because the second year becomes the most rigorous at these public universities. So you miss that out and you start to work, and that's where you most of the time is not able to cope up with the load, the requirements this universities has. So it results in either prolonging your studies by another year or two, also leading you dropping out from the program. in all these cases, the concept of time value and money plays a larger role, and your success is not happening and you're not hitting to the job market. That's what your original plan was, to come to Germany. So in that case, what you should do, maybe if you think that you want to quickly enter the job market and you are not looking at struggling program, a deep program, then a private university offers a great choice for you to apply. Doesn't mean since private university has a relaxed eligibility and a program schedule, they are bad. They are equally good and hold a lot of value in the market, especially they are very well connected with the industry as compared to the public universities in Germany, which offer very, very limited choices to international students with regards to interaction with the companies and getting them the job. Private universities have a dedicated career counselors, dedicated career department, which assist the student who are looking for a job in Germany after finishing the program. Also, the private universities offer mostly a one-year master's program, so your time to the job market has been reduced to 1 year. And since their connections are very strong in the industry, you actually end up getting the job faster as compared to studying at a public university. So the point is, in a cost of a public university, you will study at a private university and still will succeed. A 2-year cost of studying at a public university is roughly 23,000 euros. If you do not prolong your duration of study to 3 or 4 years, then minimum 22,000 euros is what you're spending in 2 years. Whereas at a private university, you spend the similar amount of 20 to 25,000 euros, including the living expenses, but your time to market has been reduced by 1 year. And the success rate at these private universities is 94%. People are not dropping out. They're completing their program. They're getting the job. They're getting the internships. So you can make a comparison where you stand. Go for these quick program, again, with a lot of quality and your overall understanding of getting a job once you finish it. And that's what these private universities provide. And that's why we have created this category of Admission Express, that you can sign up for this and go for the free IELTS training, and then even it can start at in September this year itself. So categorization of a premium counseling, where you see the fees of 65,000 or 50,000 rupees vis-a-vis to 18,000 rupees. What does this cover? What is the distinction between a premium counseling and an Admission Express? What does this cover is what has been mentioned. In premium counseling, you get all career counseling, exclusive 101 with me, course country, university due diligence, personalized timeline, documentation assistance in creating all the documents is what is covered in premium counseling. In Admission Express, career counseling and a 30 minutes exclusive is missing, and also a personal timeline map is missing. Also, further application and admissions are covered. IELTS, GMAT, of course, if you want to prepare for them, this is a separate cost which you pay. Scholarship applications are covered within the premium counseling, accommodation, booking, visa services, all is covered. So as in Admission Express, your accommodation, booking, visas are all covered. What further is not covered in the Admission Express is the scholarship application, for which you need to apply on your own. And the third one is this: all the loan services, remit services is covered, pre-departure guidance is covered. What is not covered is a 2 years continuous guidance post-departure in the Admission Express package. So you can decide, do you want to go for an exclusive package, pay some money, but get all the services and a hand-holding beyond your study time? You can go for a premium counseling, because there's a personalized approach to this premium counseling, vis-a-vis if you go for an Admission Express counseling, where you are quickly looking, you are not looking at so many services, you are quickly looking to get an admit and move abroad and get a quality education and then start your life, then you can go for an Admission Express package. Okay, a time for another bonus is, this is what it is, a 20% discount in case you decide to work with us, in case you decide to book any of this counseling package, counseling session right now. then a 20% discount is applicable on the prices which has been displayed earlier. And this is applicable across the Premium Counseling and Admission Express. So how you can do this, how you can avail this you can avail this discount is via booking your counseling package, locking the price by paying 2,000 rupees right away. The link to book this 2,000 rupees and the admission package will be shared here right now in the link in your chat box. Use this link to lock your consulting price and a 20% discount. Lock your 20% discount, use this link, and we will offer that straight to you, because this is a very special offer. It's not available outside this webinar session. It's not available otherwise also. So if you are keen, if you want to join the program, if you are looking to come to Germany and want to take an advantage of our expert counseling services, but you don't want to pay that much of money, then this is the time for you to book your discount. This is the time for you to lock in your price. I hope the link has been shared. Just give me a second. The link has not been shared. Let me get that link here. Okay. So I'm just sharing the link. Give me a second. Yes, the link has been shared. Okay, thank you, Dhananjay. The link has been shared. Now you can use this link to book your discount right away. Okay, now I stop here, and if you have any questions, please feel free to type down, ask, or you can also unmute and ask your questions. Thank you, Ganesh, for booking your discount with us. This is an excellent opportunity. Thank you, Ankita, for booking this discount. Love it. Thank you. The team will get in touch with you regarding the further process and how this could move forward. Do you have any questions? If no questions, then I think we can progress ahead. I would say thank you so much for your time and your patience hearing us out. And I'm sure some of this knowledge would be fruitful for you to take your next steps towards higher education in Germany. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And the people who have paid for the consulting, they will be contacted soon by our team to take the process forward. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead.